Hello everyone, this is Hoda Ganji. In the last video, we created the rebars for the shear wall and for the foundation. In this video, I'm going to work on the rebars for this column here. So how about I hide the rest of the stuff and isolate category so we can only focus here. Maybe I would better isolate element. So we want to work on this column. How about I go to level 1 and I can focus here, and I want to create the rebars in this view. I can put this on fine so we can already see the structure elements. How about I first assign the cover? I can go to structure. If I assign the cover, all the rebars are gonna automatically be fit inside the cover. So I'm gonna select this. I'm gonna actually go to structure, cover, and select this. How about we go with 40 millimeters? This is a number that you need to check the code for. So it depends on the fire rating and so on. Okay, so this is now 40. I want to go to level 1. If I go to rebar, now for the column, I want to go with a profile such as this one. You remember that if you click on this item, it's going to launch the profiles for the rebar shapes. And if you don't have the shapes here, you can load the shapes from structural rebar shapes. All of them are here. So I want to go with this profile, and I want to change this to parallel to work plane. And if you hit a space before clicking, it's gonna actually rotate it. So I want to put it around here. And if I go to like 3D, you see that it created one of these elements for me. You see it's in 2D. If you want it in 3D, you can go to edit and change the view to solid. Now, of course, one is not enough. You can select it on the modify tab. You can go to maximum spacing, and maybe it's going to be like every 200 millimeters max. And this is a number that you need to discuss with your structural engineer. Next, I want to go back to my level 1, and we're going to need some vertical rebars as well. I'm going to go to rebar, and I want to change this to perpendicular to cover. And for this one, I just want to go with some simple linear shaped rebars, and you can also change the size. So again, this is something you need to discuss with the engineer. So maybe it's going to be like 22 or something. And I want to place this around here, one around here, over there, and over there. So these are the 4 rebars. Let's see them in 3D. So any new rebar that you create, if you want to see them as solid, you need to select them, go to properties, and change this under edit to view as solid. But it's going to make your files a little bit heavy, so if you don't need to see it in 3D, maybe you can just leave it. And finally, I want to change some stuff here. This one and this rebar, I want them to be continued all the way into the foundation and bend, right? So if I select one of them, go to edit constraint, you see that just like the shear wall, you can clip on this handle, and it's going to allow you to assign a value. So if I check the thickness of my concrete is 450, so how about I bend this by like 400 millimeters. So I want to go to edit constraint, click here, and assign 0.4. If it's a positive value, it's gonna actually move it further outside the column into the foundation. So now this seems good. You can ask your structural engineer how much you need to bend this inside. I'm gonna go with 400 millimeters for all these 4 vertical elements. So the next one is that one. Edit constraint, click here, assign positive or plus 0.4, and don't forget to check the finish. Otherwise, if you hit escape, it's not gonna apply it. And that's what happened here actually. Edit constraint, check this plus sign 0.40, and make sure to check the finish. I want to do it for the other two elements here. So this is gonna be edit constraint, click here, 0.4, and if I select the last one, do the same, we are gonna be good here. So 0.4, finish. Now we have these four elements. I also want to bend them inside the concrete. So if I go here, this is the start end. I want to change the hook at start to maybe 180 degrees or actually 90 degrees. And now we can just see if the direction is correct. I want to go to my level 1. So this one actually needs to rotate. So it's going to be on this side. How about I assign 180 here? So this one is now good. I want to select this one. I also need to assign 180 to this one. So it's going to bend in that direction. For this other one, I guess what I can do here is that I can assign it by 90. And for this other one, I can assign probably negative 90. So now it's now better. Next thing I want to do is that in one of these callouts, or maybe in both of them, I want to use annotate to kind of name the rebars. Let's go to annotate, tag by category, click here. It says there is no tag loaded for structural rebar, so we're gonna tag it now. You need to go to the annotations menu. Under structural, we have metric rebar tag, which is this one. So I wanna click here, and I wanna click here for this one, and I wanna click here for this one, as well as this one. Then you can click on the tags and move them to the side, so it's not gonna be too crowded here. We can also enlarge this crop region a little bit. And finally, if you want, you can also hide the crop region itself. So this is for one column. If you wish to continue, you can actually copy the rest of them. And if the columns are following the same shape, you can copy them in the other spans. If you want to change the graphics, you can go to visibility graphics, and if you go to the structural rebars in different views, you can actually assign a pattern to projection or surface. So it's going to be here. How about I assign a solid color, and I want to assign some dark gray color, so just this one. Apply, OK, and there we go. You can also type TL to switch to thick lines. How about I make a save as from the 3D view? Actually, I want to lock it. I want to name it as 3D rebar. And now that it's locked, it allows me to assign tags in the 3D view as well. So feel free to create a 3D view to show how the rebar works. I want to change the scale to maybe 1 to 50.